on board. Like I said earlier, a 3-day guide to retaining and maximizing your potential. So you're all welcome. So we will begin now. If you're with me, I want you to at least show a sign that you're with me by saying, I will rise within. Yeah, let me hear that. I will rise within. Let me see a like or any emojis that you can give. You can reply in the comment section that I will rise within. The first day will be much more impactful, will be much more inspiring. So how can you, let me emphasize on this. Like I said earlier, a 3-day guide to retaining and maximizing your potential. And today I want us to learn, or I want to impact life about how to reconnect with your source. Yeah, how to reconnect with your source. There is a way you can reconnect with your source. That's how you can guide as well as to maximize your strength. So as we're going to hear that, I believe we'll grow together and we will rise together. So the first step is that reconnect with your source. And there is a focus that I want us to look at it, which is spiritual alignment and clarity of purpose. Spiritual alignment and as well clarity of purpose. So what does that mean? When you feel empty or distracted, it is often because you have drafted from your source. When the place of power, peace, and purpose within, true potentials begin with connection, not ambition. What does that really mean? It means that in this journey of life, if you deviated, if you moved or neglect from the source that gives you the energy that gives more strength to your power or more strength to your potential, you will see that you will lack the power or you will lack the connection that will makes you to move ahead of life. So when you feel empty or distracted, it's often because you have drafted from the source of your power. That is the place of power or the place of peace or the place of purpose within you. So that's the reason why you feel empty that's the reason why you feel distracted. So I want you to know that whenever you are in this life, living a life and you feel empty or distracted, so there is a reason that what is happening with you. So I want you to begin to reflect on the prompt right now, that what gives you the inner strength. Like reflect on yourself, look into your life, that what really gives you the strength when you feel lost or when you feel drained. What really gives you the impact or what really gives you the strength in the journey of life. So take a moment, okay? You take a moment to think beyond surface, okay? Take a moment to think beyond surface, and that will give you an answer. Either it might be a prayer, it might be a music, it might be a nature. So a verse or a memory that reminds you who you are, or that you are not alone in this journey. Okay? So whenever you reflect, whenever you look into yourself, when you align your spiritual being, or when you try to clarify the purpose of your life, so it will give you more insight. What really empowered you, or what really give you the strength. Just like I said earlier, it might be music, it might be a nature, it might be a verse or a memory. So it's good to look into that very well in the journey of life. So when you reflect and you are able to gain the reason why you feel lost in the journey of life, you will understand that you think when you think beyond the surface, you will get an answer. Either it can be a prayer, it can be a music, it can be a nature. So, or it can be even a verse, okay? So that reminds you who you are, that gives you the energy, that fuels you, or that refuels that strength when you have it in the later time. So it is good that when in terms of the journey of life, when you feel drained or when you feel lost in your journey of life, it is good like to reflect promptly, like align your spiritual being or clarify your purpose. So whenever you do that, you will see that you will find an answer to that loss, or you find an answer to that drain, that what really drains you. And along the way, it will happen to be that when you feel that kind of loss or drain, there is a power within. Whenever you like give strength to yourself, when you align yourself with your spiritual being, there is a power that will rise within you. Okay, so it is good to reflect, like to at least do something that will like give you the strength, give you the capacity to regain that strength because you feel lost. So I want you to understand that no matter how you face in this journey of life, you are not alone. Okay, so it is a great thing that when you feel drained or when you feel lost, just try to align your spiritual being. Okay, and I want you to understand that when you write it down, you will often find that what strengthens you is also what leads you back to your sources. Just like I said, the first thing that you will do is to reconnect with your strength or reconnect with your sources. That thing that really give you the power, that thing that really give you the strength to do something extraordinary. So you will see that you rise, you will really rise. So I want you to know that you're not alone whenever you feel alone in the journey of life because of the potential or because of how you feel lost or whenever you feel drained. Thank you, Kombula, for saying well done. I'm really happy to have you on board, okay? I can see you and I'm happy to have you on board. That's really profound. So thank you as well. So just like I'm saying, trying to reconnect with the source of thy power, and I believe that you will be able to feel that strength again in the journey of life. So whenever you feel lost or drained, there is a strength within you that will give you the more energy to do something extraordinary. So I want you to know that whenever you feel that kind, try your best to reconnect with the source. What did I really mean by that source? There is something in human being. There is a power inside of us that always want us to do great things, that always want us to do something extraordinary. So if you try your best to reconnect with that, I believe you will also stand so, and as well as to refuel the strength that you really want to make something extraordinary in the journey of life. So please, I am urging you today that whenever you feel lost or drained, try to reconnect with the source or with thy own source, and I believe you will like stand to do extraordinary things, that you also have the power to unlock that potential that you're supposed to have in the journey of life. So the another section, after reflecting, there are steps that you need to take in this journey. Okay, there are steps that you needed to take in this journey. What are the steps? One thing that you will do is that spend time. You can spend 10 to 15 minutes in silence or in prayer or in meditation. Ask yourself, why am I here? Okay, ask yourself, like, why am I here? Whenever you ask yourself, why am I here? You begin to feel like a silent, you begin to feel the voice rising within you, a voice that energizes you, a voice that gives you the capacity, a voice that gives you that ability to do something extraordinary. You can do it by like meditating, or you can align yourself by also closing your eyes, breathe deeply, and tune in Don't force a word. Yeah, don't force a word. Let them rise naturally. Okay? Let them rise naturally from your heart. Okay? And afterward, write a single sentence. Okay? Write a single sentence that define your purpose in life. As you sense it today, I believe that whenever that you have like sense in terms of doing the actions, I believe it will energize you. I believe it will give you another opportunity to rise within, another opportunity to do extraordinary things that you're supposed to do in the journey of life. That's the reason I says that when you reconnect with thy source, you will feel extraordinary, because whenever you feel drained or whenever you feel lost, that's mean you have deviated from who you are, or you have deviated from what you are in the journey of life. So it happens to each and every individually in this journey of life. So what you will normally do is that try to ask yourself, why am I here? Or why am I among the living? There's a reason, there is a purpose to your life. So whenever you find that purpose, I'm telling you, there's kind of power that will rise within you, and you will do extraordinary things in this journey of life. So after this, there are some examples that you can look at it. Though there's some example that I want you to at least look at it, or that we will look at it together. For example, whenever you feel like that kind of moment that you feel lost or you feel drained, the example of it is that you might ask yourself, like, I was created to bring light where there is despair. This is another example that you can feel, or is another example that you can have. Okay. The second one is that you can tell to yourself, like, or you can talk to yourself like, I existed to help others discover their strength, just like I'm doing today. I just discovered that I can do extraordinary. I just discovered that I can impact life. Like, the knowledge I have is not just for me, it's not just for those that I'm living here with it, but it's for people even far beyond. So I discovered the strength I have, that I have the ability to impact life about how they can unlock their potentials, how they can do extraordinary things. Okay, so you also can align yourself, sit down and think, sit down and give the opportunity for yourself, so that you cannot just be wandering around like beating around the bushes. You can do better. Okay, you can really do better in this life. So try to align yourself by asking yourself, like, why am I among the living? Or why am I created? You are created for a reason. Okay, so if you know your purpose, I'm telling you, you can do extraordinary things. So I believe looking into this with you will give you the insight, will give us the much more discernment to go even beyond what we are going to trying to reconnect with our sources. And as well as the example I have is here, that I am called to love, I am called to lead, and I am called to lift. These are the examples that you can talk to yourself about it. Okay, whenever you feel lost, whenever you feel drained, trying to touch yourself like that I am created, or I am here alive today to change life, to love, to lift. Okay, that's another reason that you can find, or is another reason you can see in that journey of life. And I believe when you do that, you always have that kind of strength to do extraordinary things. And the last of the example is that whenever you keep that online, whenever you keep all this in line, or whenever you're trying to look into it, I'm telling you, all the answers, all the needs that you need to have, you will see that they will begin to be visible. They begin to shuffle themselves. They begin to appear unto you, and you will use them as a tools to move on with this life. So I'm glad that you are really listening to me, and I believe we will always stand firm to do extraordinary things together. And likewise, at the end of it, when you're able to discover who you are, or you're able to discover what you are in this life, there are things that as well you always affirm onto it. Like there are affirmation that you like say it to yourself or meditate on it in your daily basis. Like, let's say that, for instance, the affirmation I have here is that you can say, my source is greater than my struggle. Okay, you can say it. Yeah, my source is greater than my struggle. I am powered from within. Okay, you can say that to yourself. All right, whenever you say that to yourself, you will see that you will gain the strength, you will gain the power to do extraordinary things in this life. So it always happens sometimes that whenever you feel drained, and you try to reconnect yourself from your sources, you will definitely get the power that will rise within and that will empower you. It will empower you to do extraordinary things, and you see that as well as your potential will even be visible to you to use them. All right. So I'm glad that uh, I'm able to talk about this, and I'm glad that I'm able to at least inspire life today on how to reconnect with your source, or on how to guide and retaining your potential, or maximizing your potential in this journey of life. As a youth, sometimes we as a youth, we like kind of wandering around, we don't really discover our purpose. So, but whenever you were able to discover your purpose, I'm telling you, that very day that you discover your purpose, it will be a very day for you to live a new life. It will be a day that you begin a life full of purpose. Even every day you're working, or you're waking up with a great purpose of doing extraordinary things. So I believe that, having heard that, I believe we can do extraordinary things together. So if I may ask, what really drains your strength? If I may ask right now, what really drains your strength, or what makes you feel lost in this journey of life? Can I hear you in the comment section? As a youth, what really drain your strength, or what makes you feel lost in this journey of life? Let me hear you in the comment section. If you are with me, or if you can hear me, let me hear you in the comment section. What really makes you feel lost, or what really makes you feel drained in this journey of life? Let me hear you in the comment section, so that I will know how to at least give you an answer on how you can tackle this, or how we will at least rise from within together, or how we will reconnect together in this journey.